What's going on? First of all, it's Hussein, and I'm a theme park enthusiast, and today we're gonna be visiting IMG World in Dubai. First impressions, when I went in, it changed a lot. Last time I came in was like probably 2 to 3 years back, and it also came in like around the opening of the park itself, and I can definitely say that there's big changes. Go with the team over here. Whoa! Nice job, guys. Yeah, there you go, there you go. Yeah, nice energy. Thank you so much. That was amazing, actually. That was pretty cool. I believe that's the intro into the park, because it opened like 45 minutes ago, and you just did it in front of the boulevard. Before moving to the other words, I just want to show you what the IMG Boulevard has and what it looks like. So once you get from the entrance over there, there's a merch store, and that's the entrance into Marvel World. And then over here we have the IMG Arcade. And if we move to the bit more to the left, there is the popcorn factory, and also over here we have the coffee house, where you can grab your coffee or your snacks over here. IMG Arcade has lots of games tailored for the kids and the adults, and I can see a big variety of games. Some games from Marvel. I've seen some of them by Bandai. There's lots of claw machines, and they also have a points or prize system where once you play, you get some tickets and you can just redeem them with some prizes. So you just want to take a break and chill. You can basically come to the IMG Arcade and spend some time over there. So I'm gonna start off with Marvel, and Marvel is just one of the words that exist within the park, and basically the park offers Marvel, Cartoon Network, Lost Valley, which is dinosaur themed land, and there's a kids zone as well, and then there's the Boulevard, or the IMG Boulevard. So as you get into the Marvel world, there's a merch store over there, and it basically has all the merches from Marvel. Then there's the Hulk ride, which is actually down today, as they informed me while I'm getting into the park. And as you continue, there's a Thor ride over here. It's a spin ride. And then if you look more into the left, this is the highlight technically of that world, is the Spider-Man coaster. You can find more cafes and pop-up stores, as you can see over here. There's some ice cream rolls and popcorns and some soft drinks, some slushies. I believe I know which ride I'm gonna do first. It's definitely gonna be the Spider-Man roller coaster. And part of the ride, as we can see over here, and is out. And it's a spinning coaster, and it's one of its kind. And it's impressive that they got the IPs of Marvel within the park. Technically, you have 2 IPs that are not original to the park itself. The first one is Marvel, and the second one is a Cartoon Network. I'm gonna show you what the queue looks like aside Spider-Man. Here we go, we have some industrial stuff over here. Got some lockers, some machineries to give it a bit of a dramatic feel. There's some countdown over there. I'm not sure what is it for. And on top of the ceiling, we have some more machineries over here with some sound effects. The queue is fine. It's just showcasing some industrial feel to the ride. It's pretty long queue, by the way. That was really a cool ride. Once you exit the ride, you just go directly into the Marvel store, as we can see over here. We have lots of kids apparel over here, and there's a limited offer, 45 dirhams. There's a heavy emphasis on Spider-Man. There's Hulk and Thor as well, and Iron Man, but Spidey is taking the spotlight. You can customize most of the items that you get, the t-shirts and the hoodies. As we can see over here, we have the hoodies. You can just collect one of them and just ask them to customize it with your name on it. These t-shirts over here for Marvel and Captain America are for 95 dirhams. Surprisingly, for the first time, they do have launch flies over here. We have the Deadpool one, which is amazing. Actually, the color looks really nice. And we do have for the rest of the characters, and the launch flies are for 399 dirhams. It's very interesting that they do also have some footwear, and we have some Crocs over here, and on the right we have some sneakers. Surprisingly, the sneakers are for 89 dirhams, and that's a pretty low price compared to the other parks. Furthermore, into the Marvel world, we have the Marvel Avengers simulation ride over here, I believe. We're gonna try it in a few, and as we can see, the Tony's sky deck over there, and then we have another Avengers ride, which is the Avengers flight of the Quinjets. So facing the Avengers over here, I spotted the shawarma place next to it, and if you fancy some shawarma, then that's your place. And I'm gonna jump into the ride. I totally forgot what that ride is about. I believe it's a simulation, and if it's a simulation, it will be hard for me to just take some footage because, well, they can detect the cameras. So I'm gonna go through the Avengers Battle of Ultron. We have the Thor hammer over here, and we have also the Captain America's shield. And we've got the Avengers logo at the front desk over here. Let's see if the entrance is interesting. So basically the queue is just a normal queue, nothing interesting there. cannot express how good the 3D in that ride is. I seriously believe this is the best 3D experience I had in the UAE. It's the first time like the 3D wasn't annoying, and it was super clear. The projection was like the colors was so popping and everything was good. The aesthetics was really nice, and I totally forgot about this ride. I've been on this before, but I totally forgot how good it is. I highly recommend this ride. You have to definitely do it. It's amazing. And at the moment, moving towards Lost Valley, which is a dinosaur themed world. So Lost Valley is the home of two of the best roller coasters within the park. And at the entrance of the park, I found like a couple of pop-up shops for some sweets and some other kind of snacks that you can grab. And this is what Lost Valley looks like from the inside. As you can see, the theme of pretty much most of the park is dark. It's in night mode. And that's because of the massive ceiling on the top over there. The only drawback of such architecture is that it distorts time. So when you're at the park, you're not aware what's happening outside, what the daytime is, unless you look at the clock. But there's no source of natural sunlight inside the park. The park has a lot of options when it comes to food. There's pretty much all kind of cuisines. And I actually decided to try one of them, which I've never tried before. Although I've been to the park way like a couple of years back, but I've never tried this buffet restaurant, and I wanted to experience what it looks like. The interior of the restaurant looks really good, and I'm gonna show you what the buffet looks like. The buffet starts with the soup of the day. As we can see, there's lentils over here. That's a Middle Eastern dish. We have pani puri counter over here. And then the more we go into the buffet, we have some masalas and tikka over there. We have the babadam over here. We have the butter chicken and the lamb kofta. We have some fish curry over here. We have some matar curry, paneer. Pretty much the buffet is more Indian inspired kind of cuisine. We have the paneer over here, and that station is mostly for vegetarians. Then we have the salad bar, and that's the options that you have. And we have the dressings over here and some sides. And then over here we have the sweets. This is julep. This dessert looks like saffron-based dessert. I'm not sure what it is. And then we have the sweet lassi over here. That's the kitchen over here, and it looks very clean, very tidy, and the buffet looks impressively good over here. Concerning the pricings of the buffet, it's 95 for adults and it's 75 for kids. So with what I've seen the options, that looks like a very well priced buffet, and I cannot wait to actually go ahead and try out what they have. So I'm gonna be starting up my meal with the lentil soup, and I place a lemon wedge next to it, which basically you have to squeeze into the soup before having it. Mind you, I'm Middle Eastern, so I can actually tell whether the soup is close to a homemade one or just like a normal kind of a soup. Yeah, it's pretty good. It has a cumin flavor if you're not familiar with the lentil soup. And the base of it is basic potatoes, some carrots, and the lentils, which are blended together. So I'm gonna be having the soup before I jump into the mains. So for the mains, I got some tikka chicken. I got some of them, they're spicy, some of them they're not, with some grilled onions and a chicken biryani. and I found like one of those patties I want to try, which is our vegetarian. And for the salad, I went with like a mixed salad. And I also found something very interesting. It's an Indian kind of, probably an appetizer or snack. It looks good, and I hope it's not too spicy. But it has some. It looks like there's some yogurt on it, which I'm gonna be trying it right now. It looks very interesting to me. It's like a cracker with something sweet. Lots of spices going in. It's not spicy. Something I would definitely have, but it tastes so good that it seems it's not a healthy thing. Maybe I would try an extra one. The first roller coaster I'm gonna do at the moment is Velociraptor, and it's the only roller coaster that actually goes outside of the building. And this roller coaster is actually a duplicate of Blue Fire that currently exists at Europa Park. I did it last June, and when I did Blue Fire, I noticed that there's something very familiar to me, and I didn't know it until I actually today, when I came to over here, I was like, oh, okay, that's the same one as the Velociraptor. I just made it out of the ride. Fabulous, fabulous. It was so good. The weather wasn't too harsh outside, to be honest. Well, we were running fast on the track. Once we get out of the ride, you get directly into the store. So I'm gonna be checking the merch at the moment. So as what you would expect, all the merch over here are dinosaur themed. And as I mentioned, the Velociraptor is part of the Lost Valley, which is dinosaur themed. But I noticed something very interesting, starting with this. I found a Jurassic Park pants. And then on the other side, I found a Jurassic World t-shirt. And why am I saying it's very interesting? Because the Lost Valley is not themed under Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park as an IP is not available over here. We do have like dinosaurs, but it's not the Jurassic Park. Predator is the next roller coaster at Lost Valley, and it's the only roller coaster in the Emirates that has a 90 degrees inclination, and then the drop is basically a negative drop, and it's a pretty fast ride, by the way. The theming is very nice around the ride itself. So I'm gonna go on this ride at the moment. I'm really excited for it. I miss it, it's been a while, and let's see how it's gonna go. I just finished with the ride, and I just remembered how shaky that ride is, especially if you sit on the edges of the track. So basically the cart has 4 seats. I always prefer that you sit in the middle where you should be on the track, and it will be less bumpy. If you sit on the left and the right, the outmost left and right, it's gonna be so much bumpy, and there's a big chance that basically you're gonna bump your head across the harnesses, the shoulder harness. But overall, like, it always has that adrenaline punch into it, especially the drop. It's an amazing drop. It's a -1, and I just enjoy it. I like it. I like it. I'm a big fan of roller coasters anyhow. I just want to say that the Lost Valley world is packed with rides. You have the Forbidden Territory, which is a dark ride. You have 2 roller coasters, Predator and Velociraptor. And then there's a kid zone, there's a carousel. And then you have other kind of physical games that you have to pay extra, and you win some prizes. I would like to mention that Lost Valley is according to my ranking, is the most adventurous world within IMG. The second one would be Marvel. And then the next would be Cartoon Network, and there's also the Haunted Town. There's only one ride, basically a walkthrough haunted hotel. But when it comes to adventurous like roller coasters, definitely Lost Valley wins. But so far it's very fun. Like, I totally forgot how fun it is. I just made it into Cartoon Network world, and I kept it to the end because I'm very interested to see what kind of updates they have since the last time. And this is what Cartoon Network World looks like. First of all, we have the Cartoon Network Live. This is where most of the shows happen. And then we've got some pop-ups like snacks. We've got the merch store, which we're gonna check. We've got the ride of Ooh with Finn and Jake, and that's technically a slow ride that goes up in there. Probably I can catch it somewhere. And there's this Lazy Town, which is for the kids. Oh, we can see the ride. It's pretty slow ride. Moreover, there's also the amazing ride of Gumball, and also it has a store next to it over here. And there's something I just realized. The first time I came to the park, I do remember that I had a burrito at Finn and Jake's Everything Burrito. Unfortunately, they closed it, and technically there's no stores taking or filling up that space. I don't know what happened, but I do remember that the burrito was great. That's unfortunate, to be honest. I wish they get it back again. And the reason why I came to Cartoon Network, because I want to get on the Powerpuff Girls Mojo's Robot Rampage over here, and it's actually, we have a duplication of this ride in Warner Brothers World under the Scarecrow in Gotham City. It's always a fun ride, so I'm gonna try it out over here as well. And this is what the ride looks like over here. I don't know if you can see it, but Mojo Jojo is actually up there. He's inside the robot. So I chose Bubbles. Actually, I had no choice. I'm waiting for the stall, actually. Whoa! We got almost. That was a small one. Yeah! Oh wow! That's multiple stalls. Again! That's the fault. Oh, it's going the opposite direction. That's very interesting. For some reason, I felt it's way much longer than the one in Abu Dhabi, in Warner Brothers. It did like around 4 stalls, but the one in Abu Dhabi does like maximum of 2, and it feels way more shorter than this one. And I don't know, I like it way more. It looks like it's kiddie and funny and colorful and everything, but it's a long ride. It's a long ride and lots of stalls and turns. I'm in love with that one. It seems there's a show. Let's check it out. There's an actual stage, by the way, within Cartoon Network world.
The big devil's got for the moon supplies and energy pops. IMG dance crew in the house. You ready? Let's go!
It's like High School Musical but on glitter. I'm gonna go to the amazing ride of Gumball. I remember they have one of the very nice queues, so I wanna see if it's still as good as before. The best part of this ride is actually the queue, and it's very well done when it comes to the high school kind of theming, and it looks like a bit more cartoonish high school kind of theme. We've got the lockers over here. This is probably the science fair kind of projects. Some bulletins over there. We don't have access to that room, but yeah, this is what the high school hall looks like. It might look normal, like on camera probably, but in real life, I don't know, it feels fun.
Would you mind zapping some ghosts and ghouls while we stay out here? Sweet! Elmore's Most Haunted is a really scary ghost show. I know. Quite frankly, it should never be shown before bedtime.
Help! My favorite TV show is attacking me!
What's on our eyes? Quick!
I'm just done with the ride. It was okay. The remote was basically getting stuck multiple times, so I have to switch the remotes. But overall, like, they could improve a bit with the projection, definitely, and the probably quality, because it seems like the ride is aging. It's been a while, like it's been since 2016. Before concluding my day, I would like to check out the Haunted Town. So they told me that the walkthrough horror ride technically opens at 3 p.m. The fast track, it doesn't work on the ride, but I'm hoping that the queues wouldn't be that much. Because the attendance at the park today, although it's Sunday, it's pretty low. I've been using the fast track just to be on the safe side, but every time I use it, it's like the queues aren't much. This is the entrance into the Haunted Town. On the right, there's the Haunted Cafe over here, and the only ride within the town is basically that hotel over here. It seems like there's a queue. A lot of people are waiting, and they do have live actors that they go out to the queue and entertain people. That's one of them over there. So that's a zombie. So join us. And that's the facade of the haunted hotel. But again, the queue is way too much. And for the rest of the park, sorry for the word, it's like I would call it not even a land, it's very small. That's just the haunted cafe over here. I'm really curious to see what's inside. Oh, okay, it's very darkly themed. And it seems it's a restaurant as well, not just a cafe. Got some demons over here. To be honest, I just decided to skip the haunted hotel. There's a bit of waiting time at the queue, and they're going in batches, and they technically do they do like scheduled show times, and this is due to having live actors inside of the ride. So I'm gonna be concluding my day over here. I would say it was a day well spent. The rides were nice, the park atmosphere is great. They kept it really good, they kept it clean, the aesthetics, the decorations, and especially decorations for the 9th anniversary. They've done a really good job around it. And there's lots of shows around the park. If you visit the park, just scan the QR code at the entrance of the park, and you'll be able to get all of the timings. And I would say I will definitely come back. It's a fun place. I would definitely come back for the roller coasters over here. It's Dubai's largest indoor theme park at the moment. Thank you so much if you made it this far into the video. I'm gonna be coming back with more POVs, more walkthroughs, more vlogs from the parks in UAE, and hopefully soon beyond UAE as well. And thank you for the support. Please like and subscribe if you like the content. That would be really supportive. And until next time, see you soon. Cheers.